Hey guys, welcome to another build video. Today I'll be doing my LMG PvP build. Now let's take a look. This one I use a lot in conflict and it does a lot of damage. Let's look at the gun I'm using. I'm using the tactical M249 Para, and the reason why I'm not using the M60, even though the M60 is the better LMG, is because when you go into conflict and it normalizes, the damage on the M60 actually drops lower than the tactical. So it makes sense to use the tactical in PvP. Other guns you can use is, let me see here, scroll down a little. Should have one here. The military MK46 does the same kind of damage as the one I'm using here. So that's one option you can use also. So let's look at the mods on it. I'm using accuracy, 5% rate of fire, 10% reload speed, and 10% stability. With this gun I'm also using the chatterbox. As everybody knows, the chatterbox increases your RPM when it's holstered with the Blabbermouth talent, while holstered, reloading your weapon within 5 seconds after a kill grants 20% rate of fire for 10 seconds. So that really helps out when that kicks in. I'm also using the sawed-off shotgun, and with this one, I usually use it with the talent fill 'em up, but I did not use it with this build because I want to pack as much damage as possible. So normally I would put fill 'em up on this holster, but I did not. So that's one option you can have if you want to reload fast. You can put fill 'em up on this holster, and you can shoot the sawed-off shotgun twice, and you will reload automatically. So okay, let's get into the gear. So with the mask, I found a really good True Patriot mask with, of course, the 10% damage to armor. But why I like it is because it has 7% critical hit chance, and that's pretty good. Let's go down to the chest piece. I'm using a Gila Guard with 5% total armor and 14,000 health and 7.5 weapon damage and 8,000 bonus armor. And I'm using the talent called Unstoppable Force. Kill an enemy grants 2% weapon damage for every 1,000 max armor. So back to the knee pad. I'm using a Wyvern Wear with 7% critical hit damage, 15% drone skill power, and 14% critical hit chance. And the talent is devastating, 5% weapon damage. So let's go over to the knee pad, using another True Patriot piece for the 10% damage to armor. And this one has 7% critical hit chance. Go up to the gloves. I'm using a Araldi Odins with 10% accuracy, 10% LMG damage, and the talent for this one is Wicked, 10% weapon damage to status affected enemies. Now I would love to use Devastating on this gloves, and I have a glove that can roll, but for some reason it won't let me roll Devastating on here. Or I would either use Clutch. So either Clutch or Devastating. If you get a good gloves with Clutch or Devastating, and you have a good 10% LMG damage with accuracy, that would be better than this glove that I'm using. But for now, this is doing the work that I want to do, so I will continue to use it until I get a better gloves. Then to the backpack, we have a Wyvern Wear with 7% critical hit damage, 15% drone skill power, 5.5% weapon damage, 2000 bonus armor, and 6% critical hit damage. And with this one, the talent I'm using is hardened, and that gives you 10% armor, and efficient, using an armor kit has a 50% chance to not consume the armor kit. So the specialist I'm using is the grenade launcher, because that gives you LMG damage as one of the perks. Let's look at the stats. So as you can see, all of my perks and talents are activated. Let's look at the damage. We have on this one 28,552 weapon damage, 28% critical chance, and 40% critical hit damage, 65% headshot damage. So when I'm shooting with this weapon or with this build, I aim for the chest, neck, and head. So I shoot on the way, going up from the chest to the head, so I can get some body shots and headshots in there. So that's how I use it. So let's see how it shoots in the range. Difficulty is on elite, so melts elites pretty quickly. I also use for the skills, I use the chem launcher with the booster hive, and I also use the drone with, let's see here, the defender drone, so I can block bullets while I go in and take shots. So let's drop the chem launcher hive and let's see what damage it does. So this actually doesn't make you do more damage, but actually gives you more stability. So if you compare how I was shooting before, this is way more stable. So I drop my chem launcher way before I start shooting people, so I get way more stability. So that's the build, guys. Let me put it up again so you guys can see if you want to take screenshots. But I will also leave a gameplay link that I did in Conflict, so you can see how I use the weapon. And that's it for the build. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Like the video or subscribe to the channel if you like the video. So see you later. Bye bye.